Hello, listeners. Welcome back to.
Podcast of Characters.
In today's episode, we're dealing with one of the common and an immense problem stress.
Yep. First of all, we would like to thank our GP teacher for encouraging us to do an informational and interesting episode on stress, as it is one of the frequently faced problems. Before we get started, check out our YouTube channel, which will be linked below in the description. We have also provided a template on stress for this episode, so make sure to check that out as well. Now for a questionnaire. What is stress?
Stress. It's the feeling of emotional and sometimes physical tension that's on your chest. It basically tingles with your mental well being. It's like a stranger that comes into your life and leaves anonymously, so we never know why and how they came in. Same thing applies to stress. It comes and goes in any situation.
Yep, that's the best way to describe it. There are some many symptoms while you're going through stress, and I'm sure that everyone is relatable to this. In fact, we have many situations where we dealt with stress together. It was not great. To drive you through the first one, the second episode file with our GP teacher had been corrupted, and in fact, it was a 50-minute audio file. And we were stuck in a situation where we had to explain to our teacher about what had happened. We were afraid we would lose her good point of view on us. She spent an hour with us and didn't want to break the news.
We didn't know how to start apologizing to her. We were so stressed and so confused at the moment. So without thinking any further, so we didn't change our minds, we decided to mail her and solve this problem once and for all. We felt relieved after telling Mom what had happened. Surprisingly, the reply was also positive, and Mom had given us another chance. So, if you want to know how it went, then go check out our second episode, which is only available on Spotify and Anchor. It'll be linked down below.
Yep. And as a student, it was hard for us to think that we were going to lose our respect and faith from our beloved teacher. We were very overwhelmed.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Anvita. And now we want to tell you about, how we got out of stress. Firstly, we took a week off from technology, apart from online classes, and distracted ourselves with family members and board games. Then, after we were feeling better, we started to research, but only for a few hours a day. And at the end of each day, we would motivate ourselves. But no solution. So we decided to end the problem and our guilt by telling our teacher what had happened. And trust us, it feels way better to get it off your chest.
Yep, so much better. Before we get into another example, if you want to know whether you're going through stress or not, here are some symptoms you would recognize when you're going through stress. The first one is you notice changes in mood. Once you're angry, once you're upset, and once you're frustrated. And another sign is sweaty palms and too many jumbled up things. And lastly, anxiousness. Sometimes you may have panic attacks.
That is absolutely true, and me and Anvita actually had many symptoms. And one of them was jumbled up things and confusion. We weren't able to focus on anything in class as much.
Yep, not at all.
Yeah,
So, we are going to be giving you one more example. And this is huge, unlike the symbol of stress. I mean, this is a very good example for you to understand what stress is exactly. This started off on a peaceful Thursday evening when me and Sai were researching for our company. It was just a blink of an eye when we got a message from our class teacher. Our GP teacher was not our class teacher though. So the message stated, Anvitansa, you are in charge of preparing for the assembly on Friday. She stated this message to only us because we were the only people who would obey her out of respect and not bail on her at the last moment.
yeah, and before I continue, I just wanted to again mention that our GP teacher is not our class teacher. Now
Yep.
continue. So we were so stressed out. We didn't know what to do except starting work right away. We sat there for 5 hours, not even exaggerating, sitting there, doing the work, researching, and contacting other people to assign their parts. And nobody responded. Like, nobody except one girl in our class. We had 14 hours, keeping in mind that we had to sleep, do our homework, study for tests, and get ready for company's launch at 8:30 the same Thursday. Due to this, we couldn't do our homework, had to postpone our company's launch, which was a big bummer, and had a lot less sleep because we had to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning to rehearse, call everyone, fix all the technical difficulties, and get ready.
Yep, it was very stressful. To be honest, we didn't have a stomach for dinner or breakfast either. Well, it went fine, except for that it was the whole class's job, and we were the only two who had done it. But the principal appreciated us for our hard work. We have worked together on a lot of stuff, so we had a lot of coordination and confidence. As I said, this was perfect for stress. We were clammed up with a lot of work and many things on our plate, so this created a lack of concentration and no sleep.
Honestly, we thought that it was the worst academic year so far, and it couldn't get worse. It was just terrible.
So terrible.
Yep. And now let's talk about stress and stressors. So, the situations and pressures that cause stress are known as stressors. We usually think of stressors as being negative, such as an exhausting work schedule or a rocky friendship. However, anything that puts high demands on you can be stressful. This includes positive events or stressors, such as buying a house, going to college, or receiving a promotion.
Yep, of course. So now we know that stress can be positive also. I mean, the positive causes of stress. Of course, not all stresses are caused externally. Stress can also be internal or self caused. When you worry extremely about something that may or may not happen or have negative thoughts about life. Whatever event or situation is stressing you out, there are ways of coping with the problem and regaining your balance. There may be many obstacles in life, even the smallest ones, like a hard working day, and this causes stress. One best way is to do something that cheers you up and makes you smile. Like, just learn to relax, man. And one other thing is your family and friends who can always support you. They can really help you get out of this unavoidable feeling when they're around. They are like a buffer to demolish stress. The most dangerous thing about stress is how easily it can creep up to you.
Yep, I agree because stress can just creep up to you like an ant creeping up to you without you knowing.
Yep.
So, whenever you're going through a mood change, just remember that anger doesn't solve anything. It builds nothing, but it can destroy everything, including the respect. So, just trust me and, get out of stress by using our template down below. And also, stress doesn't do anything good like, helping us burn calories. If it did, I'd be a supermodel by now.
Yep, lol. Yeah, and remember we used to say the quote, when you're stressed, eat cakes, pastries, ice cream, and chocolates. Why, you ask?
Because, um, okay, I was expecting you to say that.
Okay, so because stress is spelled backwards is desserts.
Desserts. And desserts are the yummiest things.
Yummiest. Yep. Don't do that, guys.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Don't overload yourself with sugar, it'll only make you feel worse and hyperactive.
Yep. And these jokes that we just cracked are one treatment to stress because laughter makes you get out of stress.
Once my doctor asked me if I'd ever had a stress test, and I replied, yes, it's called life, doctor.
These are just for laughter, guys. Remember that stress is in life.
Yep, and these jokes might not make you laugh, but trust us, laughing is the best way to destroy stress.
Yep, happiness is the best one.
Yeah, and let's get serious now, Doctor. Shall
Should
we?
we? Yeah.
Okay, so now moving on, we wanted to share our journey on how it is to handle a podcast and a YouTube channel.
Believe it or not, it is super hard. We weren't able to be regular at the first, but we promised that we will be a bit more regular from now on posting our videos and audio files. And there were and are many reasons for this. One, we have to do our research, and two, manage our schoolwork.
Yep, and we work about 5 hours for a project thumbnail. And it just has to be perfect. And each project, as in the video and our podcast episode, it's just something we do with happiness. So we want it to be perfect. And
Yep,
this can also be considered stress in a way, except we find happiness while doing it. It might seem easy to do, just do a video, post it online, and it's done, you gain subscribers. But that's really not the point. We put a lot of work into it, and we just realized how hard it was until we did it. We also wanted to mention that we're going to be posting our gaming videos and a lot of other fun videos on our podcast channel, which will be putting a lot of pressure on us, so go ahead and subscribe if you want to, just to support us.
yep. And we both are kind of like perfectionists, so it's a bit hard for us.
Yeah,
Okay, so to conclude this conversation, we have posted a template link down below to deal with stress. So go ahead and check it out. And our next episode is about insecurity. So make sure you stay tuned. And by the way, for podcast listeners, this is the end of our podcast episode. But for YouTube listeners, don't go yet. We're gonna play a game.
yeah, and it's going to be a fun one. You would have heard of it. It's scribble.io. So, for those of you who are listening to this on Spotify, Breaker, Google Podcasts, or other platforms, the link will be down in the description to see us play this game.
Yep.
Alright then, that is it for today.
For
For
the
those of
podcast listeners,
yeah,
bye.
bye. Okay, listeners, so we started the game, and now I'm choosing a word.
So this game is basically on online Pictionary. So she's gonna draw something, and I have to guess what it is.
Yeah, you can put it that way, the best way actually.
Yeah, is it
And
cash?
oh my god, I no, it's probably cash. I
It's
guess
not money because
I'm
it's a four-letter word.
okay here. All right,
Dollar, currency, note.
that's all I can say. I'm just supposed to be drawing.
I know. Um, no idea what that is. Still. So guys, you can also guess what it is and put it in the comments.
Yep.
Wait, what? It starts with a P? A pear?
No, people who are certainly not in a good.
Four.
Yeah, I was about to finish my sentence, but you got it.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a bit hard, so try guessing it.
Okay, let's see. Um. Okay, this is hard. This is a very big word. A teacup. Something tea. Is it hot chocolate?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh no, you're leading.
Yep. By surprisingly a lot.
Usually I'm really good at this game, but I don't know today what happened.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, I'm currently just, I think I'll do this.
Okay. Orange. Uh, what in the world is that?
It's usually there with other things.
Is it a planet?
Yeah, it's one of them, I guess.
Mars, Saturn. Oh, it's Saturn. You should have
Yes.
drawn rings.
Oh, I should have.
Yeah, okay.
I was going to draw other planets, but
Okay, this is a really hard one. So,
it is.
yeah, it is.
Um, I I think that's a person holding a stick.
This is a bit hard. Try to guess. So,
A vacuum cleaner.
no,
They're feeding a mouse to a baby.
no.
Okay.
He is.
Any clues on what this could be?
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, I'm running out of time and not feeling good about this.
Like he's dead. That's the only
Oh,
clue I
murder.
can give.
Oh, he was supposed to be dead.
Yeah, who is this person?
Murderer.
I drew this X marks on eyes, right?
Oh, those were X marks? Until you raised them, I didn't know they were X marks.
Oh,
Alright, I think I got this. Probably, I'm gonna use my hand now.
okay.
Usually, this is a tree.
Okay, branch.
Yeah, you got it. But my drawing
Oh.
was terrible.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, this is also a bit hard. So, what is this?
Oh
It's a
my.
movement. It's a movement.
It's a movement. That's a
Yeah.
swirl. Round. That's not even. No. Wait, round is not a 4-letter word.
Okay, so this is a sushi, and then you're doing something to make it like a real sushi. I mean, like
You're
you put
wrapping.
all the ingredients. Yeah, like kind of like wrap. What is it?
Starts with the R. You roll it.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, you're still leading. Okay, it's okay. Um.
uh.
Okay, so there is this person here, just sitting. Oh shoot! Sorry about that. Shoe bees. Shoe. And then there's like a bunch of bees here. Because he's sitting near like a dumpster, you could say.
Oh my God.
That looks like a butterfly. We'll just say those are bees.
Garbage.
No. And then basically he's very, very something. And he wishes that he had this.
Uh.
It's basically a burger. And I'm
Um.
sorry for my terrible drawing.
It's fine.
But he doesn't have food. And he feels something.
Um. What in
Um,
the
what happens to a person who doesn't have food?
hungry. Oh my God.
It's hunger.
Oh. Oh
Mm-hmm.
no. Shoot. Oh
He was
my God.
feeling. How did I get 0? Okay, just not gonna bother about my score now.
Okay. This drawing is gonna be a bit.
What is that? A tornado.
Yeah.
That was an interesting one. Wait, it's
Okay. You
over.
want? Yeah.
Oh, right.
So.
Yeah, so listeners, that is the end of today's episode.
Yep.
So if you want to see more like this, go ahead, subscribe, and comment down below any suggestions you have on our next game.
Mm-hmm. Alright then, that is it for today. Signing off, Sai and Anvita.
Bye-bye, and see you in our next episode about insecurity.
Bye.